Hello, everybody. I have more manga that I bought. 14, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 volumes. So, and 2 complete series, which I'm going to save towards the end, so you can look forward to that. I'm going to try and speak softer because I feel like, maybe this is just my imagination, but I feel like this mic makes my voice very loud, or maybe the volume's up high and I'm the only one who hears it, but whatever. I hope everyone's having a nice day, blah, 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 blah. Let's talk about some manga. It was the worst introduction ever. So the first volume I'm going to talk about is Monster Volume 5. I'm actually not going to talk much about this because everyone knows about Monster. I didn't realize there were color pages in this. Cool. I'm really close to completing Monster, and I'm super excited because it's been a long time since I've read this series, and I don't really remember it that well, or I remember the beginning, and then I vaguely remember not liking the end, or just, I don't know, the ending was not what I expected. So I think I'm going to hold off on reading these until I get the last 4 volumes. I'm trying to decide if I just want to, bite the bullet and spend all that money. Not that these are too expensive, but I probably shouldn't be buying as much manga as I've been buying. But, I'm 1,000 volumes in to my collection, so it's a little late to start thinking about this stuff. But, super happy to have Monster, if that wasn't clear. Then let's talk about Sailor Moon Volume 3. This is the Naoko Takeuchi collection. I think there are different editions of the book, and I think that just changes the size. Or I don't really know. So even though I have the first 3 volumes, I don't know how many are supposed to come out. I think originally Sailor Moon was a 10-volume series. So maybe there's going to be 5 of these books. I don't know. I think 3 was the most recent one to come out. But I did buy this a few weeks ago. Maybe a month. I bought this maybe a month or 2 ago. So maybe the next one's out yet. I still haven't read any of them. So I'm just really counting on the fact that I'm gonna like it. Because I keep buying it. I really love this cover. I think that looks really, really cool. All the colors and everything. And these volumes are really nice looking. Then we'll talk about, I bought Juni Tyson Zodiac War Volume 3 and then Volume 4 to complete my collection. It's a 4-volume series. If you haven't read this series, I highly recommend it. It's kind of like a battle royale, but all the characters are based on the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac, and I just think it's really, really interesting. I think the artwork is really, really good, too. I think it's by the same artist, I think, who did Madoka Box, if I'm correct. I think that was... I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but I know the artist had another series in Weekly Shonen Jump. I don't know if this was in Weekly Shonen Jump. I know Viz published it online, so maybe this was in another Shueisha magazine or something. Whatever. I really enjoyed it. There's an anime out that I do kind of want to watch. I heard the opening for the anime. It's a song called Rapture, and I liked the song, so I figured maybe I'll give the anime a try. I don't know, just be something fun to watch. I ordered these volumes off of Amazon. They were supposed to be new, but this one, Volume 3, came damaged. You can see that right there. It's kind of annoying, but I'm not going to... I don't feel the need to get a refund or ask for another book back, or ask for another copy of the book. Because all I really care about is if it's readable or not. But I don't know. Just sometimes it's just kind of annoying. Like, I just feel like this could have been prevented. Like it shouldn't have happened is what I'm trying to say. Nice little pull out. I didn't even notice that. Nice little pull out. If you would call it a poster or something in volume 3. That's cool. I just noticed that right now. I wonder if volume 4 has one. Oh, it does. Cool. Do volumes 1 and 2 have one? Huh. There you go. Those are all the characters, I believe. This should be all 12 characters. Anyway, I highly recommend. I think I'm just gonna say this right now. I highly recommend reading any of these series. Well, maybe except for the last 2, because I haven't actually read them. But so far, for these first few volumes, I've read them. I recommend them. I might need to, whatever. The next series, and I really do recommend this, is Blue Box. This is probably my favorite manga in Shonen Jump right now. I say that every single video. I feel like every single manga haul, or the last few manga hauls, I've had a volume of Blue Box, and I love this series so much. I love sports manga. I love sports in general. And I also think this is just a really great romance. It cuts down on a lot of the cliches of usual romance. And also, look at this illustration. Like, the artwork's just phenomenal. But as I was saying, like, a lot of the cliches of romance are like, sort of like sitcom style things. This manga, like, it doesn't fall into those traps. There are a lot of times where, the character has something on their mind, instead of just holding it close to their chest and waiting until, like, the problem just becomes really big and it explodes. They talk about their feelings. Like, they say it sooner. Like, they don't hold on to the stuff like, other romantic series might. And I think it also helps that, like, the romance, it's not like the sole purpose of the story. Like, because all the characters here are they're in high school and they're student athletes. As much as I love the series, I forget their name. Taiki. He's a badminton player. This is the main love interest, Kano. She's a basketball player. And this is, God, what is her name? She's a rhythmic gymnast. She is Hina Chono. I love this series so much, I don't know the characters' names. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think this is just, I can't say enough about how good this manga is. And I usually will buy manga in bulk, as you can tell from all these videos. But I kind of want to pick this series up as it's coming out, because I'm worried that I'm going to forget about it. And then years later, I'm going to try and buy it, and it's going to be out of print. It's going to be expensive. I might be worrying needlessly about that, because I think it's pretty popular. I don't know if it has an anime, or if an anime, I feel like an anime has been announced for it, or if not, it should get an anime. Because I just feel like it's really, really popular. So I guess I shouldn't worry about that, but I am going to try and buy the volumes as they come out. So another series that I really, really love, that's like almost opposite of Blue Box, is Ayakashi Triangle. This is volume 2. I think this is the latest volume to come out. This is by Kentaro Yabuki, and by the same creator as he wrote Black Cat, and then he was the illustrator on the To Love-Ru series. To Love-Ru and To Love-Ru Darkness. And this is kind of a mix of the two series. There is some good action in it, but it's also a ecchi kind of gender bender comedy series. I think it's really fun. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm kind of a sucker for, ecchi fan service type series, but yeah, I don't, I also really like Kentaro Yabuki. I think he's a fantastic artist. So yeah, and he's a creator that I would like to own all of his work. I own a couple of volumes of To Love-Ru. I own all of Black Cat. I need to get the rest of Tulavru. Maybe I'll get Darkness. I just said I wanted to own everything, but Darkness, I didn't think it was as good as I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Tulavru. So then the next sort of volume, and this is, like a sort of a standalone thing before we get to the two, complete series, is Descendant Stories Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju. So I feel like this is probably a pretty unheard of series. I know there was an anime adaptation, and from what I've heard from, I think, other YouTubers, I think most notably Mother's Basement, I've heard people like him praise the anime, and it seems sort of like, Rakugo, it's not something a lot of Westerners know about. Of course, now with I'm trying to remember the new Jump title that has to do with Rakugo. I'm opening up the internet right now to try and remember the title. Akane Banashi? Akane Banashi. Yeah, so I mean that's a new title in Jump it's currently running, and it features Rakugo, so I guess a lot of manga fans are learned about Rakugo from there. But this is a completed manga series about Rakugo. It's 10 volumes. I only have volume 1. And so I've wanted to read this for a while, because again, I heard that the anime was really, really good, and being more of a manga person, I want to check out the manga. I also like checking out the original first. If it was, first the manga, I'd want to read the manga. If it was first an anime, I'd want to watch the anime. That's just kind of how, I don't know, my brain works. So I heard it was really, really good. But I also know I'm also expecting it to be kind of slow. Like, it's not going to be like an action-packed thing like One Piece or something. But I have really high hopes for it. When I got it and I flipped through it, I was a little disappointed by the art style. It seems very cartoony, but I don't know. I'm still holding out hope. It's not the art style that I had pictured it was going to be, but I think this is going to be. I think I'm going to start reading this later today. I was hoping to read this before I made this video so I could talk about it, but whatever. So I'm just going to read the back, because I think, or maybe I'll just let you can pause it and read it yourself. It's basically, from what I understand, about is this focusing? Hopefully, I can't tell if this is good enough or not. But it's basically about a young man who's released from prison, and then he basically becomes a apprentice to a Rakugo master, and the master, basically this ex con, or I mean the guy, the main character, the Rakugo master, like, he reminds the master of some person that he used to know, and I guess it's about his journey in the Rakugo world. And as I was saying, there's also praise on the back here for the anime, so I'm kind of rambling. Just know that I'm really looking forward to reading this, and I have really high hopes for it. And I could easily see myself, binge buying, if that's a term, the rest of the series if I like volume 1. Okay, so that does it for all of these books. So now the final 19 volumes are completed series. I got all the other volumes, I believe I got from Amazon, and then these two completed series I got from eBay. So the first one is Black Torch, Volume 1, Volume 2, 3, 4, and 5. I like the look of these volumes. I think they're pretty nice looking. This is a total blind buy. Like, I didn't even know what this series was about until the package arrived in the mail and I read the back of it. It's about Jiro Azuma is descended from a long line of ninja, and he can talk to animals. One day, he rescues a unique black cat named Rago, a supernatural being, and is dragged into a mystical war. Although he may appear rough and tumble, Jiro Azuma's compassionate side emerges when it comes to the furry critters he can communicate with. But Jiro's soft spot for animals gets him in major trouble when a suspicious stray cat fuses with him, granting him exceptional power but also dragging him into humanity's hidden battle against powerful demons. So I basically bought this because, I like manga. It was a short series, only five volumes, and the covers looked pretty cool. I flipped through it a little bit, and I don't know, it's hard to tell anything from the art, but it looks pretty cool. It looks like, kind of a cool shonen battle manga. As I'm looking at it now, as I'm, reading the back, I'm getting some Blue Exorcist vibes from it. If anyone has read this series, let me know what you think. I don't know when I'm going to get around to reading it, because I'm reading, as I said, ooh, that's a cool picture. Looks like there's some good action in here. But as I was saying, I want to read the Descendant Stories Rakugo volume next. I've also been reading Akira for the first time, which I've owned the Akira box set for close to 3 years, and I'm finally reading it. I'm on volume 2, and I'm really enjoying that. So I'm reading a bunch of stuff right now, so I don't know when I'm gonna get to this, but it looks pretty cool. And then the final volumes, it is a 14-volume manga series. That's the hint. It is by Ken Akamatsu. Some of you already know what it is. And it is Love Hina. So let's just go through. Well, I guess I'll talk. So I don't know if this might be something I regret buying. I bought the entire series. I had read a couple chapters of Love Hina online a few years ago. I don't remember how far I read. Probably no more than like two volumes. And I'm not really sure why I bought it. I guess I felt like I wanted to give it another chance. I also saw it for cheap on eBay. I think I got all 14 volumes for like $70 or something. And, as I said, I think this might be kind of an ecchi series. And I do sort of have a soft spot for those, or, there's part of me that likes reading those. But I also like reading classic manga. And I know there are some people that really, really love Hina, and I dream of creating my own comic books, having my own comic book series, and so I feel sort of like a need to read classic comics, not classic manga, but also like classic American comics and comic strips like the Peanuts, and just like I want to read the classics even when it comes to novels, or watch classic movies, because I don't know, I just get very inspired, and I think it's cool to see like the classics, like the great works of art in whatever medium you're interested in. Like I've recently been watching, or I recently have watched Casablanca. I watched it, I think, over Christmas break. So I'm filming this on April 10th. Who knows when this will be uploaded? But back a few months ago, over Christmas, I was watching, I watched Casablanca. I had already seen it, but I wasn't paying attention on my initial watch of it. So then I watched it a few months ago, and I was really paying attention to it, and it's such a good movie. And then a few weeks later, it happened to be on TV, and I watched it again with my parents. So I feel like I've seen Casablanca like twice in a really short span of time. And there's also a YouTube video that I want to watch with the famed film critic, I believe his name is Roger Ebert, talking about Casablanca, like given a narration of the movie, and the entire video is on YouTube, so I want to watch that. I don't really know what I'm talking about. It's just me, you know, like saying like I appreciate the classics, and so I don't know how much I'm gonna love Hina, but I am looking forward to reading it. I think it's gonna be probably just a fun, goofy ride. Here's the back. I know it's kind of I sort of know what it's about. I think it's kind of, you know, a harem rom-com thing. I'm just learning that I just buy manga many times without knowing what it's about. Hopefully this is not a mistake. It is kind of nice to have in my collection. I think this is going to be the end of the video. Let me bring back all the volumes. This is just an excuse to ramble a little bit more and make you guys listen to me. It's tipping over. Let's fill the screen entirely with books so you can't see my face. There we go. Are these, whatever. Oh, it's out of the frame. And then I guess I can just hold these over here. Okay. Okay, this only amuses me, but that is fine. Thank you guys for watching this video. I want to upload more videos, and I should have another manga haul pretty soon after this because I have a couple more volumes coming, but I want to film this. And thank you guys for watching. Leave any recommendations. Just leave a comment. I don't care what it's about. Just leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, click the bell. Have a nice day. Okay, bye.